Good morning, YouTubelies. I hope you all know that I have lost my other box of waffle mix. Give me a second. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? This is us. We're going to make waffle mix. Waffles, not the mix. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, waffles. I said in my last video that I was talking about the waffle iron in the middle of making some dinner that had nothing to do with damn waffles. You know what I do. Anyway, basically, I've got generics here. This one's almost empty. It's not enough to make a full batch. So, ignore the nails. That'll be done later today. They're chipped up. Sorry. What do you want? I've missed my breakfast by 4 hours for you people. I really have, because I love you. I made the rest of the batter that was left for the banana batter. I gave it to J-Hubs this morning. I didn't eat breakfast at all because I wanted to wait until I could put something on my face to film the video. So, basically, you can use any waffle mix you want. I have used the Super Duper Belgian waffle mixes. I've used Krusty's brand waffle mix. And I've used the generics, which I can use for pancakes or waffles. I prefer these only because it gives me options, people. It got options. Romeo, this is not your video. Hush. He's over there grumbling already. So, this one is, whose is this? Great Value. This is Walmart's brand, generic. And this one is Winn-Dixie's brand. Comes in regular or buttermilk, so whatever. You know, just go with the waffle mix. I did notice there's a little variation. Sometimes they ask for just the pancake mix and water. Some ask for pancake mix, water, and milk. And these two are basically the pancake mix, 2 cups, no matter which one you use. They have about the same amount of water. One's a 1.5 cups, one is a 1 1/3 cups. And then there's a 1/3 cup of oil for both of them, either one. So, I'm going to set this one aside, the Walmart one. That's what I've been making all week because it's not enough for me to show you a full batch. And I just hid the box from myself and I went looking for it in the same damn place I just put it, right behind the laptop. So yeah, it's that kind of day. Work with me, people. All I've had is coffee. Forgive me. Alright, so basically, while I struggle to open this box, well, I'll tell you one thing I don't like about Romeo. Seriously, like, I don't know if you can hear him, but he waits until, he was sleeping for 3 hours. He's been snoring and barking in his sleep. As soon as I bring out the laptop to film, bing, he's up. So, I will tell you one thing I don't like about these, and it may just be the generics. Do you see that? I'm not a fan of your mix just being in the box. There's no bag. Why? Because in Florida, we get these annoying little beetles, and I've heard different names for them, but they get in your flour. They get in any dry goods you have. Rice. They're annoying, and they go in everything. So to me, a box that's not sealed is no bueno. But I will tell you, sorry I'm shaking the camera, I typically put mine in a Ziploc bag as soon as I get them and bring them home. Not that we have an issue, but I don't want to have an issue. I ain't trying to have no extra protein in my pancakes and my waffles. I'm just saying. So, let me grab my scoop and we will get started. I was going to just go ahead and make the mix and then get with y'all after the fact and put it in the waffle iron, but I'm going to go ahead and mix it up and do it right and not be a lazy bee. I am going to be a lazy bee. I'm just not going to be a lazy bee like that. But give me a second. I need to get my whisk so I can whisk some stuff together. Alright, so basically here's my 1 cup measure. Recommend your dollar store. You know how I am. It's 2 cups of the mix. I'm going to go pour it over the sink because, as I said, it's open and it's kind of clumped and it's hard. So there's 1 cup. Got that first one out and loosened it up. So now I can get the second one, hopefully. It's another thing I'm not a fan of. Just don't get me started on what I'm not a fan of today. It's one of those days. Yeah, I'm making a mess and dripping. But you know what? I have Chihuahuas. Little dogs, I highly recommend one. They're like better than a Roomba. They cost less, and they definitely will go around and pick up everything you drop. So I'll send the Chihuahua crew in just a little bit.
Lost my box. Which one is this? This is the one that is Winn-Dixie brand is calling for, sorry, also wanted to point out, usually you have your pancake instructions and then waffles are in a little bitty section somewhere else. So just make sure you're not making the wrong mix. I have done that. 1 1/3 cup water for this one. So easy enough. I'm going to do the one. Here's my 1 cup of water. And then I got to sort through these. Now I will say I hate that I've lost my measurements on my scoops because when I scrubbed and cleaned it took the black markings right off. Who made this? I don't even know. Okay, so that's my 1/2 cup. This will be my 1/3 and then that'll be the 1/4. So 1/3 cup is going to be of 1 1/3 of water and then I need a 1/3 cup of oil. So this is my, sorry I keep going off mic. That's my 1/3. And then I need to get my oil. Gotta get my Earl. Cousin Earl, gonna help me make some waffles today. Alright. Note to self, buy more oil. I actually have a bigger canister underneath the cabinet down here. I just refill that small one. It's easier to keep it above there because we don't have much kitchen space. Scoops to the wall, baby. Alright, so I'm gonna go with a whisk. It just tells you to mix it, stir it. Pardon me. I ain't changed, y'all. This is what I wore to sleep in. This is what I'm wearing to do the video. That's the benefits of being able to do YouTube videos while I'm home with the dogs. I really don't need to change. They don't care what I wear. Pretty sure y'all don't care what I wear. Okay, so I basically just stirred that up roughly, as you can see. There's the batter. It's kind of a thick mix. Some of them come out pretty runny. Sometimes I'll put a little extra water in there. Not going to worry about it because it's a different mix. I will say the Walmart brand mix with that extra water came out a little bit thinner than this. But when I refrigerated the extra overnight, cooked it this morning, obviously in the fridge, it's thick as molasses, put it in there, it made some awesome waffles though. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you what I do. This is your basic waffle mix. Romeo's licking all kinds of inappropriate spots down his body that I won't even discuss on this video. So, to change it up, instead of plain waffles, I'll throw in some raisins. I will throw in some, where is my big container? Here we go, baby. I almost always lately have been putting in, turn it, Jen, act like you know what you're doing, cinnamon. Again, you can get this at your dollar store. Cinnamon is not cheap. I highly recommend you all find one of the dollar stores that has the food section because you can get this container for $1. When you go to Walmart, it's going to be McCormick or somebody and it's going to be like $3.50, $4.50 and up. So I'm just going to put a good dousing in there. I don't measure really because I've done this enough times, but I just kind of doused it. Sorry, I'm going to tilt you guys. There we are. Got lots of cinnamon in there. So that's my basic mix. Sorry, I'm wedging my laptop here. Stop, Jennifer, you're amateur. Get your hand out from in front of the freaking camera, you noob. Alright, give me a second. I'm having issues. I have to get the right tiltage here. My waffle iron is already on. It is sitting over here. I explained the other day. It's a Bella brand. Basically, it's heated. I'm leaving it open because I don't want it smoking like it did a second ago. So, I'm going to stir the cinnamon in. And then I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to do a little different. Well, the cinnamon's already different, but another thing that I've done is I usually add something to it. I have yet to do fruits because I just never have berries whenever I do these. Berries is an obvious option. Raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, pick a berry. I'm going to do banana today. This is half of a banana left over from 2 days ago when I made the other batch of mix. For the bananas, typically I'm only used half of it. This is a really large banana, so I used half of it to go in there, and you get a really good banana flavor. Banana does thicken up your batter. So, like I said a second ago, you can always throw just a smidgen more water in there if you want to thin it up some. In my experience, the waffles still cook well, whether it's a thin mix or a thick mix. The only problem is the thin mix will run out, and you get that run over mess all over your stove counter, whatever you're working with. That peel is going in my worm bin. For those of y'all who have subscribed, love you. you know about my worm bin, banana peel, into the worm bin. So this banana is a wee bit brown because it's been a day since I cut it. Well, a little over a day. I'm just basically going to kind of chop it into some smaller pieces. It doesn't matter what size, because I'm going to mash them with the whisk. You can, and I've done this before with raisins. That's another thing I like to add in. Raisins with cinnamon. Or brown sugar. Just sprinkle some brown sugar and then close your waffle iron, or put it into your mix. But it's hard to tell how much to put in. So I typically will put my raisins in. Once I pour my mix, I quickly sprinkle raisins and close it. Reason being, I put it in the batter before and they all kind of settled and you constantly have to keep stirring it. But you can do lots of different additives. Your nuts, walnuts, pecans, trying to think. Peanut butter you could probably put into your waffles pretty easy and it would take over the flavor and you wouldn't have to use that much. Get a nice peanut butter flavor. I haven't done it yet. I imagine that for sure is going to thicken up your mix. It's going to be harder to stir, so you'll probably want to put that one in first while you're doing your mix, then put it into the mixer. Give you a little extra protein for those of you who like to get your protein in the morning. Working out at the gym. I actually don't work out, but I have good arms. Thank you, Mom and Dad. So, got my bananas in here. I'm using my whisk to just smush the heck out of them, and I'm going to stir them up. Bananas have not been a problem for me. Raisins do settle, nuts do settle, so I typically keep the whisk around so I can stir it for each waffle before I pour it into the iron. Thereby assuring that each member of the family eating thus said waffles will get thus said fruit / nuts that I have told them is in there, and they won't call me a liar. Just saying. You don't want your kids going off to school, mad at you. You told me there were some chocolate chips in there. Why not chocolate chips in there? Chocolate chips, for those of you who want to make it sweeter. Oh, peanut butter chips. That's probably easier. Do the Reese's chips or something instead of putting regular peanut butter. But you ain't getting your protein that way, but I'm just saying, get your flavor. Whatever, y'all. You got options. I'm just saying. Okay, so I got cinnamon in there. I got banana in there. And just because I got a wild hair up my ass, I am going to use imitation vanilla extract. I don't have the pure, and it don't matter to me because I ain't picky, y'all. It's lovely. I'm just going to put a dash in there. Doop. I don't know if that was a dash or like a relay. That might have been a hand the baton type because I did a second one there. Anyway, where's my whisk? Here we go. I just cleaned off the top of my stove too, so it's going to get all messy. So basically I've got a little bit of vanilla extract in here, which hubby didn't get, and he ain't getting it. Ha ha ha, he'll get it tomorrow when I make the rest of this because I'm going to save the batter. I'm only making 2 waffles for me. This batch usually makes 4 waffles, which is correct per what the box says. It makes 4 good-sized waffles. Now, waffle iron, folks. Let me see if my laptop is dying on me, so I'll see if I can pull it around the bend enough that I can actually, sorry, my armpit and all that, elbows, show you guys. I have not taken the label off because there was no reason to. This is a Bella model, Belgian waffle maker. Got it at Walmart. Hubs paid like $18.99. Basically, you can close it. It's very simple. You plug it in. It's got a power button up top on red. Then it'll turn green on the right when it's ready to make the next waffle. You can flip it, as you see. You put the stuff in, flip it, and it's locked. It has a bendable handle that you can use to ease your storage up on the cabinets, which helps us greatly because I needed it. So basically, this green light will pop up when your waffle is done. So, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to spray it with my generic Walmart butter flavored spray because you definitely want to use a non-stick spray. Sorry, I'm propping you back where I had you. So y'all can't see all that mess going on over there. Hey, oh, look at the... Make sure there ain't no camel toe going on. These are yoga pants, and I've said this before, but as I walk, they come off, and I've become a plumber. Yeah, they were made for somebody without an ass, apparently. I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever. Look, no camel toe. I'm just saying, okay? Focus. Y'all are looking at it. Never mind. Anyway. All right, here we go. Quick spritz. Top and bottom. All right, I don't have any raisins, so I've got bananas. A little bit of vanilla extract. Imitation, but don't y'all say shit. And, you know, my bananas are mushed up in there with the cinnamon. So basically, whisk is not really needed for me at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my spatula. So I'm using a pretty good sized spatula. I have experimented many times. This does have a drip pan that I could put underneath here that came with it to catch any drippage, which happens a lot. I've kind of come to the conclusion I just pour a good thick amount in the middle, a little bit in all 4 quadrants. And then when I close it and flip it, it'll spread out and it doesn't come out. If you water it down too much, it's going to come out. Now you can see batter is watery enough, but it's like cake batter. It's not super runny. I did make it extra runny this morning on one waffle, and it came out looking like a holy piece of Swiss cheese. All right, so here's my pour. Going straight to the center. That's about as much as I put for one. This will make 4. I'm going to show you real quick before I flip it. Flip it. Okay, close it. You see the green light went off. Flip it over. And now I'm just going to wait for that ready light to pop up. That takes, generally, if I just left the regular waffle mix, it would take about 3 to 4 minutes. It's pretty darn quick. And I'll tell you this, when the waffles, when you make them, I tend to leave it like a minute past the green light saying ready because Hubs likes his crispy on the outside. Doesn't matter if they're crispy, once you put them on the plate, that steam condensation, they're going to get soft. So if you have somebody who likes them crispy or you like them crispy, make your waffles like right when people are hitting the table. Like almost made to order. Mine, I'm not so picky. They could be soft, they could be a little crisp. I don't care. Either way, they're going to soften up while they're on your plate. Plus, the syrup's going to soften them up, folks. It's just what it is. So, as you can see, let me see if I can film it. Oh, I can't get it. What kind of shit? What kind of fuckery is this? Alright, well, there is steam. Let me see, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Here. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Damn it, man. Alright, whatever. One of the hints in the manual for this thing, I rarely read manuals, but you know, I never had a waffle iron before, so I made one. I love this thing, y'all. Quick and easy breakfast, and you can throw anything in there and make it different every morning. It states that the steam, when it stops, the waffle is done. Pretty much when that steam stops, that green light comes on. I've never had it burn a waffle on me yet. So then you just flip it, open it back up, take your waffle out. Now remember, you got to close it, let it get back to the ready light popping up on the... Look at that. I told y'all it was quick, didn't I? Didn't I? Look at that. I told you guys it's about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, there is a Belgian waffle done. You can see it right there. Now, see, I didn't pour all the way to the edges, so I don't have that nice round edge. But I ain't picky, because you know why? It tastes the same. I'm going to go ahead and put the next one in, but let's see here if I can show you without burning myself. You can pull these off with your hand. It's a little bit crispy. They're not overly crispy, but go ahead and leave it in there for another minute. And throw it on a plate, because by the time I throw the second one on top of it, it's going to cause that first one will be soft. So pretty much that's it, folks. It's quick, it's easy. You see the green light popped up real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick. I'm just saying. Yeah, so I've got plenty of batter. That's going to make 4 per the box. Usually there's a little smidge left over if you want to make a little baby one and you're done. Just saying. But yeah, your options are endless, whatever you want to add in there. Fruits, nuts, different candied stuff. You can probably put M&Ms in there if you wanted to. Honestly, I don't know. Just make sure you spray it so the thing doesn't stick. Hairball, sorry. How rude. I did fix my hair for y'all today, though. See, even though the color's crazy, I tightened up the twists. Not looking all undignified. Anyway, only had 2 hours of sleep. Work with me, people. So that's it. My waffle is done. As you can see, you can pick it up with your fingers. It will come apart on those 4 pieces, though, so I don't recommend playing with the waffle too much. I would just say throw it on a plate and moveon.com. Hopefully this, you know what, never mind. I was going to say this is the shortest cooking video I ever made. No, I done hit the 20-minute mark already by the time I say everything. Y'all know, you know. Don't even know what to say anymore. Just, it is what it is. Hopefully you all have learned something inventive and creative about waffle irons. Go get you one. I think the ones at Walmart went from like a $10 one, which was super cheap, didn't flip, didn't have a drip pan, all that. This one's $18.99 or maybe $16.99. And then there was a $24-ish, $25 one that didn't do much more than this one. It just had some super ceramic plates or some such shit. These plates do not come out. I just take a wet sponge or paper towel, literally, and wipe it down super fast. Takes a minute. Leave it open to cool off before you throw it back in your cabinet. Unless you have really good homeowner's insurance and you have a plan that no one knows about that you plan to cash in on because your house burns down because you put the waffle iron in the fucking cabinet when the bitch wasn't cool. Just saying. Not encouraging anything, not encouraging illegal activity, but some people, you know, they got other things on the mind. So basically, good to go, y'all. Another quick thing, I have made waffles. You can do chicken and waffles, y'all. Chicken and waffles. I have not made that yet. It's an option. They're not super sweet with this mix. I mean, they're semi-sweet. You can throw some chicken patties and some boneless chicken, grilled chicken, whatever you want to put on top of it. Make chicken waffles for a dinner, a lunch. Eggs. I've put eggs on there over medium or scrambled and made like a sandwich with sausage and egg in between the waffles. It's a good breakfast sandwich right there, y'all. Anyway, told you I'd be over the 21-minute mark, and look. And on top of that, I'm spinning like a fool, which I hate in videos and movies. Look at this fool. You see, now that I'm done filming, look at him. Knocked out. No love. Alright, y'all. Well, please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and go out and get you a waffle iron because it's very much worth it. Delicious breakfast, quick, fast, and in a hurry.